Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for joining today. Thank you guys. In today's video, I want to talk about cheapest countries in Europe to study in 2021, alright? I know a lot of international students are looking for where to study a degree program, being it bachelor's, master's or PhD, this 2021, and a lot of international students are also moving to Europe, but some still have a problem selecting where to go, which country is best. All right, so some came to me, so I told them it all depends on budget and priorities as well. Now this is my saying: first of all, before you intend or before you start thinking of studying in Europe, you need to look at the money that you have with you. Then you look at the countries you would like to go, because if you do not have something in mind, it may be bad for you. But however, I am going to talk about some of these countries that you can go and you study. All right, they are pretty good countries. Some are in the European Union, some are in Asia, some are in Europe, and some are not in the European Union. First of all, I will bring details with respect to money spent, all right, tuition fee and other things, application. So let me begin with the first country. The first country to study in Europe in 2021, because we are almost at the end of 2021. But if you must study in Europe in 2021, you should be looking at Norway. That is the first country. Norway is also a Scandinavian country, or a country in the northern hemisphere, as I can put it, alongside Sweden and others. But the advantage for you studying in Norway is that you are not going to pay tuition fee in most Norwegian universities, all right, because Norwegian universities are absolutely tuition free. I mean the public universities, not the private. Okay, all public universities in Norway, like the University of Stavanger, the University of Oslo, Norway University, the University of Tromsø, and so many others, are all tuition free for international students. All you need to do is to apply when applications is open. And for this year 2021, admissions for foreign students is going to begin by October and ends in December in most Norwegian universities, and every university has its own criteria, all right? So that is what you need to know about Norway. If you have an admission in Norway, you are going to study for free. But remember, there are certain things you need to do when you have the admission, all right? Because since the tuition is free, you must show some money or proof that you are going to take care of yourself to study in Norway. And it's usually done through a blocked account, all right? There are other videos on my other YouTube channel. If you don't know the name of the channel to watch those videos, let me know, all right? Anyways, I'm going to link the name of my other YouTube channel in the video description, all right, so that you watch and understand. Now, similarly, Norway is a good country in Europe. Is very good. If you go there, you can work as a student. There are part-time jobs there. To get the residence permit is easy to get it, all right, in as much as you can satisfy that you are going to take care of yourself, all right? So that is what you need to know about Norway. The second country I want to talk about is Germany. Germany is a country also in Europe and a very big powerhouse in the European Union. In Germany, there are a lot of technologies. If you happen to study in any German universities, you are the luckiest person on earth. And I can say that most German universities are tuition free. In fact, Norway and Germany are the only countries in the European Union as of now that still have tuition free courses, all right? Most of their public universities are free. So if you are a science student, an art student, an MBS student, Masters in Business Administration student, you can look for a university in Germany, apply for. All right, sometimes you may go through UniAssist, sometimes you may use the DAT web page, the DAAD, all right, to get a school. But remember, there are still some schools you can apply directly and you go study. But when you get an admission in Germany, you have to prove that you can sponsor yourself, and it's usually done through a blocked account of about 10,236 euros. I have videos on my channel. Please verify them from there and watch, all right? Then in Germany, you can have the opportunity to visit many European Union countries. There are about 27 members of them in the European Union. If you have a visa to go to Germany, a residence permit, you would be able to move in and out all of these countries, Poland, and so many other countries in the European Union, all right? So that is the advantage of Germany. Now, in Cyprus, I want to talk about Cyprus. Cyprus is made up of two. First of all, let me quote here that I will start with South Cyprus. South Cyprus is also a small island located in Europe, all right. It is considered to be in Europe because it is controlled by Greece. I will finish with South Cyprus and come back to North. So if you have an admission in South Cyprus, you are going to study, all right. But remember, tuition this time is not free in South Cyprus. Most of their universities will range from like 5,000 euros to about 10,000 euros, and it all depends on the courses, and most courses that are expensive are medical courses, all right. So before you do an admission in South Cyprus, make sure you have verified your course and the tuition fee. Now, on the part of North Cyprus universities are pretty cheap compared to South Cyprus, but North Cyprus is not controlled by Europe. It's not in Europe. It is controlled by Turkey, all right. Though their universities, some of their universities, you can pay between 2,000 euros to like 5,000 euros, depending on the course, all right. And medical courses, or let me say nursing, medicine, and pharmacies are the most expensive courses in North Cyprus, all right. But you still get to study for a fee compared to that of South Cyprus and other places, all right. And it's advantageous for you to study in North Cyprus because you can easily visit Turkey and other places. But if you are in South Cyprus, you can easily move to Europe as well, all right. So those are some of the things you should always consider when moving to some of these countries, and know that admissions in South Cyprus and North Cyprus is pretty easy, not difficult to get, all right. The next country I want to talk about is Sweden. Sweden is also one of those countries in Northern Europe that is very good to go for international students. As a matter of fact, if you have an admission in a Swedish university, it's advantageous for you because you can easily get the residence permit by proving that you have funds to pay a tuition fee. Sweden is also one of those countries which a very huge sum of, let me say, it's very expensive, all right, to pay university fee in Sweden, but you have the opportunity to also apply for a scholarship like in Cyprus, all right. In North Cyprus, you can also apply for a scholarship and you get it in Sweden, and your tuition fee will be reduced, all right. To go to Sweden is not easy, but you have to be courageous, all right, because not everything is easy, everything is difficult. You have to be fast, you have to be active, you have to be strong, all right, in order to succeed. So if you get an admission to go to Sweden, it is the best thing you have ever gotten because Swedish universities are highly recognized around the world, same like German, Norwegian universities, and all the rest, all right. So the application period for Sweden is almost ending, but it's still on for spring 2022, all right. Then for Cyprus, fall 2021 is still open. For Germany, fall 2021 is closed. For Norway, spring 2022 will open by October, all right. So these are some of the things you need to know. And again, like I said, Sweden is also one of those countries in the European Union. If you get a visa to go to Sweden, you can easily move in and out of so many other countries. Even you can visit the United States on so many occasions, all right. So that is what you need to know about Sweden. Now, let me take you to Asia. Asia here, I mean South Korea. South Korea has a lot of pretty good universities like the University of Seoul and others, all right. If you are going to South Korea, or if you intend to study in South Korea, know that you can spend less than maybe 2,000 euros to get a place to study in South Korea, all right, because basically they will be needing you to spend like 1.8 million when you get an admission. But the beautiful thing about South Korea is that there your students can hustle as well, and in almost all these countries you can hustle, okay. And again, in South Korea, when you get an admission, you have to pay a tuition fee in full, and sometimes it's around 1.8 million, which is around, I think, around close to like maybe 2,500 euros or something, all right. It all depends. So it depends too on the university and the course, the program as well. So in South Korea, it is a good place to go in Asia alongside China, all right. But I think South Korea is the best, all right. So if you have an opportunity to study in South Korea, don't let it slide by, all right, because it's a pretty good thing. Now I want to take you back to Europe, where I'll be talking about the neighbor to Germany, which is Poland. Poland is also a good country in the European Union, all right. And in Poland, a lot of international students are moving to Poland because the way Poland accepts international students nowadays is very good, and In Poland, you can study for a very cheap amount of tuition fee, around 1,000 euros to 2,000 euros. You can get a program to study in most Polish universities, all right? And they have so many universities in Poland, more than 35 of them. And Poland is also a big country in the European Union. I think it's the fifth largest country in the European Union. So if you are in Poland, it's an advantage for you, and the visa you will have, you will be able to tour the European Union very well, because it is going to be a residence permit, and the residence permit is a very powerful one. Remember, it is a country in the European Union as well. So like I said before, if you get an admission in Poland, you are still going to apply for a visa, all right? Not a visa this time around, but a residence permit, and move to Poland. And Poland is a very nice country as well. A lot of industries, a lot of factories, a lot of companies, all right? So you should apply for Poland. There are some schools that are still open for fall semester 2021. Likewise, there are some others that are already open for spring 2022, all right, in Poland. So if you were looking for a place to go for a very cheap amount of money, you can try Poland. And remember, all these countries I'm talking about, you have to as well proof of funds, all right? You have to show that you are financially capable to finance yourself while you stay there, to pay for accommodation, feed yourself, and transport yourself, all right? Because it's not that easy sometimes. But like I said, as a student, you have the advantage to work, all right? So it is advantageous you. And another country I want to talk about is Finland and Lithuania, all right? Finland is also a very good country in the European Union to go. And if you are opportune to get an admission in the Finnish universities, there are so many universities in Finland, including applied science universities and private universities like Helsinki, Ottawa, Tampere, or the Savonia University of Applied Sciences. There are a lot of them. So if you are opportune to get an admission in a Finnish university, you can easily go to Finland and study on a residence permit, okay? And the truth is that if you get an admission in Finland, it will be very easy for you to prove yourself financially capable and get the visa, because Finland is one of those countries that will also accept a lot of international students. International students as well will work part-time, all right? And in Finnish universities, you are going to apply around December. Their application is going to open around December of 2020. Some will open by January 2020, and there is a university I talked about on my other channel that you can easily study in that university for free without paying any tuition, because tuition fee in Finnish universities ranges from 4,000 euros to around 13,000, 14,000, or 15,000 euros. All right. There is also the possibility for you applying for a scholarship during the application process, so you should always check the scholarship options. If your tuition is heavy, like 8,000 euros, you should check the scholarship options. There are schools in Finland that will automatically give you a scholarship option, or automatically give you a scholarship. For example, if your tuition fee is 8,000 euros, there are some universities that when you get admission, they will give you a scholarship of 25%. Maybe you will now be paying like 6,000 or 5,000 euros instead of 8,000 euros. All right, so that is what you still need to understand. Now, the other country I want to mention, like I talked about before, is Lithuania. Lithuania is also a very good country to go. It's a country of almost 3 million inhabitants, 2.8 plus. All right, so if you are to move to Lithuania, it's still advantageous because Lithuania University accepts a lot of international students, and you should expect to pay something between 2,000 euros to like 5,000 euros depending on the course and the program. And in Lithuania, Poland, and Cyprus, when you get an admission in all these countries, you will be asked to pay tuition fee deposit, okay? And when you pay the deposit, sometimes it's not difficult for you to get the visa to go, especially for Poland and Lithuania, because Cyprus is visa free for most African countries. So that is what you need to know, especially some universities like Vilnius University and Klaipėda Universities. A lot of international students enroll each year there. And in Lithuania, you can as well work as an international student in as much as you have legal documents, all right? So that is what you need to know about study abroad. Some cheapest countries you can study abroad. There are still a lot of countries I didn't mention, but I don't want to quote here because I want the video to be very short. Remember, these countries are cheaper compared to UK and the United States, okay? Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Remember, I will be talking about America, Canada, Australia as well, New Zealand in subsequent videos, and likewise Japan, okay? Stay tuned.